And we're joined on the phone today by Lisa Whelchel. You might know her best as Blair from The Facts of Life, but today we're talking about her new show, Collector's Call, on MeTV. Hey Lisa, how's it going today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk a bit about your show here, Collector's Call. Can you tell the listeners a bit about it, maybe if they haven't found it yet?
Yeah, so I travel the country and I find people with amazing collections, and I bring an appraiser who helps put a value on it, but the appraiser also brings an item that's on our collector's wish list. And at the end, we make a trade, but that's kind of where the catch is, because the collector has to give up something they already have to make the trade. And it's amazing, to find out how many collectors are just unable to let go of something they have, even for something they want, because the collections are inevitably about something tied to the heart or about the story. It's not about the money. It's not about even the item. It's about how it makes them feel. And so, the drama is there at the end.
Yeah, I love that twist. You could definitely tell a lot of the people really struggle with the decision to trade one of their items away.
Yeah. There's a lot in the hunt for getting the item that they have. And it's never about the money. It really isn't. It's always about something deeper and so intangible.
Well, Collector's Call airs Sunday nights on MeTV, and I've seen a lot of the episodes, a lot of cool collections. I saw the one coming up where the guy has the Lucille Ball collection. It was $500,000 or something like that. That is incredible.
Wow, yeah. And what's really special about that particular episode is our collector is a Lucille Ball female impersonator. And so, every collector goes all in to their collection. We've had collectors who bought the house next door because every bedroom in their house was already filled with their collection, and they needed to buy another house because this particular collector had 14,000 Winnie the Pooh items, so she had to buy the house next door, but this particular Lucille Ball collector, actually embodies his collection, literally. And so, it's just kind of the manifestation of how far these collectors go and what we get to enjoy by seeing just the deep, deep love and appreciation. And man, I love Lucy, but but I learned so much about her and Desi Arnaz.
Yeah, it's amazing. People have almost like their own private museums in their homes. I'm actually friends with Rick Goldschmidt. I saw him way back in the early days there with his Rankin Bass collection, and just incredible to see the amount of stuff that these people have.
Right, and like Rick, for example, his house is kind of also the same. His kitchen is full of memorabilia. So, there's collectibles on top of his microwave, all around his kitchen sink, on top of his fridge. You can barely find room for a recliner and a TV. He needs another house. He needs his own museum. Most of these collectors that we found, they all deserve and have beautiful enough collections. And I think the world needs more museums for these collections. This next Sunday night is kind of a rarity in that our collector is a superhero collector, and he did turn his collection into a museum. He has a museum in Indiana, a Hall of Heroes Superhero Museum. And I just wish that all our collectors could do the same, because I'm glad we have Collectors Call so that more people can appreciate them. But we only get to cover just a fraction of what these collectors have done.
Well, again, Collector's Call airs Sunday nights on MeTV. And Lisa, it's great to see you back on TV. Of course, a lot of folks know you from your acting, Facts of Life, of course, Survivor more recently. Do you have any other acting projects coming up, or is that something you're going to start pursuing more now?
I don't. And, obviously with COVID, everything shut down. My son and daughter-in-law both work on television shows, and everything is just kind of on hold right now. So I think everybody's life is pretty much on hold right now.
Well, with that being said, I know you've written several books over the years. I guess all this free time for people, maybe we'll see more books coming out here.
You know what? Maybe so. That's even, and that kind of brings up another thing. It's way off topic, but I do think there's also in this kind of quarantine where everybody's kind of just put on hold. I felt the pressure. Well, this is the time to write your book, but I just think there's just so much strangeness in the air. I haven't been able to write, and I think that I am a life coach, and I've said this to a lot of my clients, and I'd just like to say it to your listeners too. I think we all need to just take the pressure off. I recently heard a therapist just say, "Hey, if we get on the other side of this virus and we can give ourselves a C plus, then I think we've all done really, really well." And so, maybe I'll have a book come out in the next couple of years. Maybe I'll have a C plus for having gotten through, and then I'll write a book. So I would just say that I will set that bar for myself, my clients, and I'd like to extend that to all your listeners as well.
Wonderful. Well, again, Lisa, Collector's Call, Sunday nights on Me TV. Definitely a cool show, and I wanted to ask you how you got involved with it. Are you a collector of anything yourself, or how did that come about?
I got involved with it because I'd worked with the producer before, and so when he reached out to me, it just seemed like just such an attractive idea to me. And as a life coach, I love these collectors often get confused with hoarders, and they are absolutely not at all, because collectors, they have found their passion, they have found their purpose, and that's what a lot of times people come to me as a life coach looking for. So I love hearing collectors' stories, and every item has a story behind it. So that was the draw for me wanting to be a part of this show.
Awesome. That's
and I'm
great.
not a collector, so it's in my blood. My aunt is, but I'm not.
Well, it's great that you're able to tie all those aspects of your life together for the show. Lisa, thank you so much. I was watching you when I was growing up, and it's great that you're still on TV, and I wish you success, and I'm definitely looking forward to Collector's Call here coming up in the next couple Sundays here.
Thank you so much.
And again, that was Lisa Whelchel, best known from The Facts of Life, from Survivor, now on her new show Collector's Call, airing Sunday nights on Me TV.